All right, it's me, Steve Masters from Live 105, and I'm backstage here with Martin Gore from Depeche Mode. Welcome.
Hello, Steve.
It's been about 5 years since you've been here in the Bay Area with Depeche Mode, and want to know how you feel about being back.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the show tonight. Obviously, on the last tour, we didn't actually play here because we had problems with Dave's voice, so. So it'll be nice to actually get out and actually play in San Francisco or San Francisco area this time.
Let's talk about your new album, Delta Machine. It's pretty cool, and you've been working with Ben Hiller, and he has been producing your last 3 albums. Before that, with Daniel Miller, you worked with quite a bit. Are you going to continue to work with Ben?
Well, Ben Hillier has as you said, worked on the last 3 albums, but we've worked on quite a few people since we worked with Daniel. Daniel stopped working with us on a production level, I think, in 1986 with Black Celebration. I think it's way too early for us to think about making a new album yet, because we've still got quite a way to go with this tour.
Let's talk about... Let's see. 3. You play a lot of classics, all of the favorites, the Depeche Mode favorites on the stage. Are there any of them that you love the most?
That's always such a tough question. I think just because of the crowd participation, I think it just amazes me every single night, the Never Let Me Down Again, when everybody starts like waving, flailing their arms around. So that, it's just amazing to look out and see that happening every night.
So you would say that's the crowd favorite?
Probably. I mean, I think the crowd, as they're doing it, can't believe that everybody else is doing it and what it looks like.
Never Let Me Down Again. I love that one as well. Okay, here's a question that I kind of thought would be interesting. If you had to pick just one of your albums, and you were stranded on a desert island, and that was going to be the only album that was going to sort of represent you for the rest of eternity, which one of those albums would it be?
Oh, that's another really hard question, but I think because of its popularity, I would have to go with Violator. I think everyone would get very upset if I didn't choose that. It's got 4 classic singles on it.
Yeah, it's right there in the middle too, sort of the body of work that you have so far. So I agree with that one. Live recordings. The last one you did was Depeche Mode 101 in 1989. Are you going to get another one of those going, you think?
We don't have plans to do that yet. With the last few tours, I think pretty much with every tour we've done a live DVD, and I think we will get around to doing that again this time.
Alan Wilder recently auctioned off a lot of his Depeche Mode collectible stuff online. Are you thinking about maybe doing some of that or selling some of your collectible stuff to fans, or has that ever crossed your mind?
No. At some point, I don't know. I mean, I'm a gear collector. I've got so much stuff. At some point, maybe I'll have to get rid of some of my gear because I'm starting to run out of space. It's starting to encroach on my actual house now.
So you're talking old keyboards and guitars and musical instruments and MIDI recorders and all this stuff going way back. You have all that still?
Yeah, pretty much anything you can use in a musical sense. I have something. I have something in that category.
We're with Martin Gore from Depeche Mode. My name is Steve Masters. You guys have been around for 33 years, and it sounds pretty crazy. Do you plan on continuing to do Depeche Mode forever and ever like the Rolling Stones?
We don't plan like that. At the moment we know we have 6 months that we are committed to, touring-wise. And after that we haven't thought about, getting back in the studio. We haven't talked about anything, so we just take it as it goes, as it comes.
As long as people keep coming to your shows, you'll keep doing them, you think?
It's difficult to answer that question. I don't know. There may come a day where somebody just says they don't want to do it anymore. It could happen. I personally can't see it, but it could easily happen.
All right, let's see. It's a rumor that you guys love playing foosball. Who is the best of the band at foosball? Who wins all the time?
Well, unfortunately we've got some crew people with us that are actually better than us. I have to admit, my security guy is very good, and if we take him out of the equation, I tend to win quite a lot.
So you're going to take honors on that. I like it. Do you have your own Twitter?
I have a Twitter account. I never tweet.
So you don't tweet, you just follow other people. Who are you following? Who are some of the people that you follow?
There's a funny answer there. After I went to see the, I think it's called Never Surrender, the Ai Weiwei film, I thought, I'm going to follow Ai Weiwei. So I signed up for a Twitter account and found out that Ai Weiwei tweets in Chinese.
You can't understand a word of it.
No.
What about the Depeche Mode Twitter? Who runs that?
Well, we've got management and people that do that. We don't actually do the tweeting ourselves.
All right. So if fans wanted to get messages to you guys, is the old paper and pen the best way, or how does that work out?
No, I mean, messages, if they're important messages, they'll get to us. If they're just like, not so important messages, then they probably don't get passed on.
Do you get fan letters still? Is physical letters written in paper and pen?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Do you answer a lot of them, or?
Not really, because most people that bother to contact a band, they're usually slightly mad.
Watch out for the freaks. You recently recorded an album with Vince Clarke. How's Vince doing?
He's good. I saw him recently in Brooklyn. He came to see the show in Brooklyn.
There's a lot of people who harken way back to the Vince Clarke Depeche Mode days and are longing for more. Is that a possibility?
I think it's a possibility. We didn't talk about it being a long-term project. It was just supposed to be a one-off thing. But when he has time again, and if I have time again, then maybe we'll collaborate again. It's just something we didn't talk about.
All right. I think we got those questions going. Is there anything on your mind about the state of the world in general with Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and the rapid pace of technology just zooming by that you'd like to say about that, the way things have gone from back when we first started out getting Depeche Mode records on vinyl and now with all these other ways, not only just to listen to music but to distribute music, and with just technology in general? Any thoughts?
I think I feel quite sorry for bands or artists that are around these days who just come out and they're very young, and they just suddenly get some worldwide exposure and it's pretty much overnight now. Things like that didn't really used to happen so quickly. You had chance to grow and to take in like the fame thing a bit slower. I think it just must be really hard for people to deal with that.
During the course of your awesome career, as I would say almost the leader of Depeche Mode, what was the coolest, most expensive car you ever bought? And tell us about it.
There's a very easy answer to that question. I don't drive.
You've never driven a car in your life?
I have never driven a car. I have never taken a lesson. I have never taken a test.
Is it something that you ever would want to do?
I don't see the point anymore. At one point I used to think, maybe one day I'll learn to drive, but I don't see the point anymore.
It's actually quite fun, especially here you live on the California coast, get a nice convertible and motor down the scenic freeway. It's actually quite fun.
Something that's never interested me.
That's a great answer. All right.
I think I must have Amish blood or something.
Do you have kids?
Yes, I have 3.
Do they have kids?
No.
Do they like Depeche Mode?
I think so, yeah. My son's only 11, so I think he definitely does. My daughter is... My oldest daughter's 22. I think she does. My 18-year-old, I think she does as well, yeah.
All right, 2 more questions. Favorite vacation spot?
Costa Rica.
And finally, England or USA?
USA.
Thank you very much, Martin.